Increased benefits for the elderly and disabled. We have some wonderful news that will cheer people up across the nation. Congress recently voted to increase the amount of money seniors and people with disabilities receive in benefits. That's right, an additional $2,400 per month for those who qualify. In this video, we'll go into great detail about what this incredible boost means for you and your community, whether you receive Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits yourself, or you know someone who does. Let's break down this game-changing development. First, we'll go over who is eligible for this additional financial support and how it could affect their day-to-day lives. From providing groceries and essential expenses to covering medical bills and rent, to giving those on fixed incomes a little extra breathing room. This increase is a lifeline for many, but why did Congress decide to take this historic step? We'll examine the reasons for their decision, which include addressing the rising costs of healthcare and making sure that our country's elderly, disabled, and veteran population can live in dignity and security. Additionally, let's not overlook the decision's knock-on effects, which include putting more money into the hands of those in need and fostering community development and economic growth. Whether you're personally affected by these benefits or you're just passionate about fostering a more equitable society, this video is for you. Join us as we celebrate this historic occasion and examine the positive effects it will have on countless lives for decades. After years of public outcry and political gridlock, millions of seniors and disabled people have been left living in poverty or barely making ends meet. Americans who rely on government benefits like Social Security have struggled to make ends meet as the cost of living continues to rise, from groceries and utilities to housing and healthcare expenses. Benefit payments have lagged far behind inflation. In a historic bipartisan effort, the House and Senate passed the Financial Security for America's Seniors and Disabled Act legislation, which will give every American receiving Social Security retirement and disability benefits an unprecedented $2,400 monthly increase. Congress has moved decisively to address this crisis head-on. Extra money received from security pension payments and compensation from Veterans Affairs or other senior assistance. What precisely does this new legislation mean for the over 70 million Americans currently receiving benefits mean? This massive increase in monthly income is being hailed as a true game-changer that could lift millions out of poverty and finally allow our most vulnerable citizens to live with true financial dignity in their retirement or disabled years. Let's examine each significant program that is impacted for Social Security seniors. This financial injection might have a huge impact. Under the new plan, seniors will see a boost in their monthly Social Security retirement payment to $477, which is more than twice the previous level for couples getting dual benefits. Currently, the average monthly payout for an individual is just $1,677. Their total monthly income may increase from about $2,800 to over $6,800, which enables retirees to truly enjoy their golden years rather than scrimping and saving. It offers genuine financial stability to protect growing prices for housing, food, healthcare, utilities, and other expenses could force low-income seniors to stop receiving food stamps if they don't experience constant anxiety. For the more than 8 million disabled workers and their families receiving SSDI, Medicaid and other social programs are provided exclusively. An increase of $2,400 per month is also revolutionary. For people who are unable to work, the average SSDI benefit is currently just $1,358 per month, which is a very difficult amount to live on, especially if they have additional medical expenses or need to pay for caregiving support. Disabled beneficiaries under this new bill will begin receiving an average of $3,758 per month. This gives them a chance at a decent quality of life despite their disabilities by enabling them to pay for housing, care transportation, and basic necessities without sacrificing their dignity or incurring crippling debt. Who will gain the most from this legislation? are the approximately 8 million low-income seniors and disabled people who get supplemental security payments. SSI recipients now only receive $914 for single recipients, or $1,370 for couples per month, which puts them significantly below the poverty line and completely dependent on other welfare programs like food stamps. Medicaid housing assistance and more are needed to barely make ends meet on $2,400 a month. Incoming individual recipients of SSI payments will now witness an increase in their monthly income to $3,314 of $363 per month, which may enable them to become financially independent for the first time. Couples who were previously living in extreme poverty due to a disability, old age, or low income during their working years will now be able to increase their monthly income to a combined $3,770. The new bill will also provide a significant financial boost to the millions of disabled veterans and their families in the country. Currently receiving VA disability compensation, the average monthly amount for a 100% disabled veteran with a spouse and child is $1,661. A fully disabled veteran with a family could start earning $461 per month tax-free, finally enabling them to support themselves and their loved ones despite their service-related disabilities. Low-income pension vets will see their monthly check rise to $3,579, while the average monthly pension payments for low-income wartime veterans are even more paltry at $1,179. This pay increase acknowledges the enormous sacrifice made by American soldiers and demonstrates a real commitment to supporting those who served after ultimately risking their lives. The act also boosts funding for numerous additional federal and state assistance programs designed to enable elderly people who are disabled or live in poverty make ends meet. These programs include, for seniors getting supplemental nutrition assistance, the monthly increase is $2,400. Food stamps benefits for low-income housing, Medicaid long-term care benefits, and additional social initiatives, $2,400 more each month for older people who are blind or crippled and are getting cash support benefits from the state's significant increases in federal grants that enable states to increase funding for assistance programs they oversee, such as adult daycare centers, home care, transportation services, and more. Taken together, these developments mark a historic investment in income security for vulnerable Americans, including the disabled and elderly. They will no longer be forced to live in poverty despite being eligible for these earned benefits due to their employment history, military service, or low-income status, which goes beyond the $2,400 monthly increase in all payments. Additionally, the new law includes a number of other crucial measures to guarantee that benefits are never again surpassed by growing expenses. Benefit payments will continue to rise annually along with the cost of goods and services that primarily affect this population, such as rent, groceries, utilities, and prescription drug costs. The bill indexes all payment increases to inflation via an enhanced price index specifically designed to track costs impacting seniors and the disabled. The law also proposes expanding Medicaid nationally to provide comprehensive home-based care services to all qualified elderly and disabled people. Instead of being forced into more expensive nursing institutions, this enables beneficiaries to get expert nursing care, personal help, meal delivery, and other essential amenities in the comfort of their own homes. Analysts predict that this might save billions of dollars and significantly improve the quality of life for family members who are taking care of elderly or disabled loved ones. In order to help cover the costs of providing care, such as home modifications, assistance with equipment, supplies, and transportation, qualifying relatives can claim a $5,000 non-refundable tax credit annually from the bill, which introduces new generous tax credits. Additionally, lower-income caregivers can claim a fully refundable tax credit. Acknowledgement for an action that benefits people with disabilities and families of challenged children. If a borrower or student experiences a permanent disability, their outstanding student loan debt will be instantly annulled and the remaining amount forgiven. This guards against debt loads that people with disabilities may find extremely difficult to pay off in the long run. After being blood-drained by inflation for decades, the new Financial Security for America's Seniors and Disabled Act marks the highest increase in government support in over 50 years.